day 13 of our 31 Days of Horror Movie Villains, and today we're talking about the dancing clown himself, Pennywise. Pennywise is like an ancient creature who's an alien from a different universe. He basically feeds off of people's fear, and so when he found Earth, that was like, ooh, a buffet for him. So he set up shop in Derry, Maine. Throughout the novel, the miniseries, and the movie, lots of people do research about the town, and we see that some terrible things have happened in this area throughout the years. Weird, unexplainable events where multiple people have died, and it seems like this history has been swept under the rug. We do find out that Pennywise seems to hibernate, and then every 27 years he wakes up to feed on more people, and I think he's learned that children are his best bet because children have wild imaginations. Pennywise is a shapeshifter, so at a certain point he decided to turn into a clown to further feed off of children. So when the story first starts, we are introduced to a bunch of kids that live in Derry, Maine. Lots of kids have gone missing in the town, and we are introduced to Bill. He loses his little brother Georgie. And we as the viewer learn that Pennywise has basically been residing in the sewers in Derry to prey on people's fear. At the story that we're introduced to each of these kids in the Losers Club, and we see that each of them are kind of faced with different fears of their own. Pennywise is really good at finding out what bothers you and using that against you. But the kids learn that they're stronger together, and they also learn that Pennywise does not like them being close. So throughout the story, we see Pennywise trying to further divide the group to get them alone to further prey on their fear. Pennywise is really powerful. He can shapeshift into multiple different things. He can use lots of things against people, and also it seems like he can also control certain people's minds. It does seem though like the people that he chooses to control are kind of evil already, so maybe he's more prone to just choosing evil people to control versus like the good pure kids in the Losers Club. We see him use Henry Bowers. He seemingly also controls the minds of the adults in the town because they seem to be kind of dead to what's going on. They just don't seem to notice what's happening to the kids in the town. But throughout the first movie, we see the kids researching what has been happening in the town. They find the pattern of every 27 years, and they learn that he is not powerful once they face their fears. They let him know that they're not afraid of him, and they're able to seemingly defeat him at the end of the first movie. They come together and promise each other that if something weird happens in the next 27 years, that they would all come back to Derry. And unfortunately, that does end up happening. Mike, who's kind of hung around the town, he lets his friends know that things are getting worse. People need to come back. So when they all come together, things feel really different. They come face to face with different things and learn a little bit more about Pennywise's character. Many of the adult characters are getting face to face with lots of fears that they thought they had left behind in childhood, but they have to come back together again to defeat it. One thing I forgot to mention about it was basically he's known as the Dead Light. We'll see multiple different lights inside of his mouth, and if you make eye contact with those lights, then you're under his control. And we see Pennywise again as a shapeshifter, but we know he can shapeshift into a spider. And at the end of the film, though, we see the Losers Club finally defeat Pennywise. He's dead. In the miniseries and the movies, Pennywise is portrayed by Tim Curry and Bill Skarsgård. I think both of them give fantastic performances. We're also about to get Welcome to Derry, and not wait to watch that series and learn more about Pennywise.